Hi guys, so today I will be talking about the third book in the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, 50 Shades Freed. This one is by E.L. James, and at the bottom of the book it just has the #1 New York Times bestseller. Starting off, I'm just going to give this disclaimer about this book, and I will say this about every single book in this trilogy. These are my personal opinions, and so I don't want anybody to be like, oh my goodness, no, what are you talking about? But these are my personal opinions about this book. Just starting off, I don't think that if you are under the age of 18, you should be reading these books. Please understand that these books do have a lot of, it's very explicit, and I feel like if you are under the age of 18, it's just something that there's better things out there for you guys to be reading. Personally, I do suggest it though when you get older. I really do love these books. This is like one of my favorite series of books that I've read so far, and I can honestly say that like I have purchased all the movies that have came out so far that they've made, and it's just something that like I will read again if I get bored. But this is a very this is leisure reading. So like I said, this is the third book in the trilogy, and this one is the Freed one, 50 Shades Freed. So just starting off with the cover of the book, it has handcuffs, and this does relate to the storyline in this book, and it kind of relates to the whole trilogy. But just another disclaimer too as well, if you guys have never read any of these books, or you guys are unsure about what they are before me start talking about this book in particular, please go watch the trailer of this series, the first one, and then you guys will very much so get a good gist of what this is about. I'm going to read the back of the book and tell you what this book in particular is about, but if you guys want a synopsis of what the series is about, just because this is the third book in this series, please go watch it before somebody comes up to you and be like, oh, you should read this, and then you start reading and you're like, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? But I'm just going around in the book. This one just says 50 Shades Freed by E.L. James. And guys, when I tell you about these books, I love the sleekness of these books. A black book really does justice for me. I love a black book, and I'm a paperback girl opposed to a hardcover girl. I love paperback books. I'm the type that will go spend a whole day in Barnes & Noble, and then also I am the type of girl who will go thrift shopping for books. And just another quick little thing, if you guys have never heard of thrift shopping for books, I suggest that because you get them cheaper at a thrift shop. But I did purchase this one off of Amazon, and just starting off, this is just a little bit about the author. She really did a good job with this whole series. So if E.L. James ever watches this video, this book is honestly one of my favorites, and I love the series. If you guys have not gotten a chance to read the other two books in the series, I do suggest getting those first because it'll help you better understand this one. But this one is the ending to the series, and I really do love it. It's one of my favorites, along with the second book. But this one just says the New York Times bestseller 50 Shades trilogy in a class by itself. And this one is just by Entertainment Weekly. So that's a good teaser about what this book is about. Something that I do love about these books is they really draw you in. I literally could not put this book down ever since I got it, and I have read the whole series twice already. So I've read this book twice. It is an easy read. The words aren't too big. It's a lot of dialogue in here. And just to give you guys a little taste about how long the book is. So the book is about 578 given 579 pages, which for people who read avidly, that's not a lot. But if you are just starting off and you're trying to read for leisure, I suggest getting a book similar to this, just because the words are bigger and it's a lot of dialogue and it's a lot of spacing within a lot of the words on different pages. So this is just something that I've consistently been loving to read as of lately. Like I said, have read this twice, and I might read it a third time because that's how much I love this series, and I really do think you guys will love it just as much as I love it. And yeah, this is just 50 Shades Freed, and it's such a good book.